Hi, this is Nathan J. Roberts, and I've been asked to expound on my extra loops here. To show you what these guys actually do, I have a snare loop that's already created, a kick loop, I've got a shaker, and a cowbell, all right? And these are all created already, and they're ready to play. They're not going to play because there's no tempo, there's nothing actually going on. So you have to create a loop in Loopy Pro for these guys to kick in. And I'll show you how that's done. Let's create just a quick drum loop right here. We have the drum loop. Now, to get one of these guys to play, I'm going to play the extra snare. Just hit start and, okay. The extra shaker there. Little cowbell and this is just a big boomy bass. I'll play a little bit of it. Just a little something. Hit all stop. And all clear. And everything's going to clear except for these loops. The tempo's going to stop. Or the tempo's going to clear. And everything's going to clear except for these loops here. Oh, you got to clear. All clear. There we go. All right. And to find out more about this particular template, I have a whole other video on this that you can find in the link below. So everything is stopped. Nothing's going to play. We just hit all stop on this, and these guys are cleared. These are going to go with whatever tempo that you want them to go with. So how do you do this? First and foremost, these loops right here, they have to be imported. They have to be imported loops. I created, this is a snare loop, this is a kick drum, a shaker, and like a little cowbell-y thing. I created them in Logic Pro. You can use GarageBand, Logic Pro. You can go download these loops wherever you want them, but they have to be imported. They have to be imported. And I've got mine imported into what I call a Cajon file, and it is on my iCloud. But let me just show you how to import those loops and how to make this work, all right? So first of all, we're going to go to our trusty pencil down here on the right. The pencil's all the way down here on the right. And now we have our slate. Now, you could do this one of two ways. If you already have this loop or one of these loops created, you could just do a copy and paste. And then you have that loop, and it's good and it's ready to go, and you can add a loop to it. But let's just act like we don't have any of these loops, and we're just going to start from the beginning. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a loop. Here's our loop right here on the very bottom, and there it is right there. There's our loop. I'm just going to slide this over. And I'm going to leave this big. Now bear in mind, you can make this, not yet, you can make this small if you want it to be like these guys here. You can put it wherever you want it. I'm just going to leave it kind of large so you can understand what we're doing. I'll create these guys here in just a second to show you why we need them, okay? So first thing, you need to import a loop into here. How do you do that? You just tap it, and you come right up here on the very top is an import button. Tap that import button, and you want to go to Document Picker. Document Picker. Now, if you have something in your music library, you can do that. Mine's in Document Picker, and this takes me to Walk-Ups Christmas. This is not what I want. I want to go to my Documents. Oh, let's do this again. I want to go to Documents. And I've got all my stuff in this folder called Cajon. You call yours for whatever you want to call it. Cajon. And there's my drum. There's just the drum loops that I have. Not drum loops, but drum sounds I already have loaded. And here are all of my loops and I'm not using all of these. I'm just using some of them. Here's a new one that I've just created. It's called Shaker Shuffle. This is the one that we're going to import today. You just tap that and open, and there it is. It's ready to import. I haven't imported it yet. It's ready to import. Let's make sure that's the one I want. Woo. That's awfully loud. It won't be that loud once we get it imported. That's the one we want. A little shaker shuffle. So we just hit import. It's there. You can still edit it a little bit more if you want. I'm happy with what I have. I just click close, and there's the loop. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. Let me get out of my pencil there. If I hit that, it's not really going to do anything. Why? Because there's nothing else playing. I don't have anything playing. It's an imported loop, so it's not going to play unless something else is playing. If I hit play here, then it'll play. And here's another thing about this loop. Whatever tempo that I set now, I'm going to hit all clear, and it's going to clear this tempo. All clear. Now it cleared the tempo, but it didn't clear the loop because I have this all clear button set to clear these loops, not this loop. Again, you can see all the specifics on this template on my video that's posted in the link down below. all right? So I don't want that to play. I'm going to show you what you can do with this. So let's record a drum loop. Okay, but if I hit this, it's gonna. I'm at 116. Go. But wow, that's a little loud. Let's stop. That's a little loud. How can I turn that down? Well, you create one of these volume sliders. You create a volume slider right here. How do we do that? We go into our pencil down here on the bottom. And what we need is a slider. There's a slider right there. So tap the slider. The slider's up here. We're going to move this guy over here. Just like that. Okay. And how do we create that to be a slider? We want it to be a value change. And we want to adjust the parameter. And the parameter is volume. Oh, you got to hit target. Yeah, I missed that while ago. Specific clips. The specific clip we want is that big giant clip we've got created already. And there it is. And you just click done. All right. And now it's ready to control this loop right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and change the color on this because I like it to match the color of the clip that it's controlling. And it's a little off center, but again, you can move that to wherever you want it. Okay, that clip is so big, it's only going to be in certain places. So once that is set, and I just hit my pencil to take me out of edit. So once that is set, let's create a quick loop. I don't know how that's going to sound with a shuffle, but let's see. And I can turn it down. Okay, but now if I have this playing and I want it to stop, I can obviously tap that, and it'll stop playing. But that's why I have these buttons down here, because it's just a little more simpler to use these buttons than to have to tap the thing. It just gives me a little bit more control. All I do, I'm just going back to my pencil button down here on the bottom right here, and create a button. I'm moving this button over here under this guy. I'm just showing you how I did this. Tap, press, and it's the very first one. Play and stop. Play and stop. Well, you got to select a target, and the target is that big old clip that we've got selected right there. And let's go ahead and do our color just for me. And there it is. And you can go in and put the title play and stop in there if you like. And now this button will play and stop that clip. And let's clear everything. And so if you can go and there you go. You all of a sudden you have a shaker. You can start it and stop it if you like. And then when you hit all clear, it's going to reset your tempo. And it's going to take this guy off. But it's not going to take him off. It's not going to delete him because he's imported. All right? All right. I hope that makes us a little more clearer to you. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your extra loops.